What to do if you are just getting started with health and fitness. What is going on, guys? I'm your transformation coach, Tyson Brown, and today I want to share with you 5 tips you should be focusing on when you first enter the gym, when you first start to get healthy, when you first start on this health and fitness journey. Here's what you need to focus on. These are the fundamental and the essentials that you need to know that's going to set you up for long-term success. Now, the reason I'm speaking about this today is because they're so important. If you implement these things now, you're going to set yourself up for long-term success, like I said, and avoid the failure like most people do. You're going to avoid falling away from the gym. You're going to avoid putting the weight back on when most people lose it and they do the opposite and they just put it straight back on. So let's get straight into it. Now, the first thing you want to focus on is do not follow any diet. If you hear anything about dieting, do not follow it. Now, why should you not follow a diet? Because this needs to be a long-term approach. You can't think about going on a strict certain diet because number one, most people who diet put back on the weight. Number two, most diets out there are complete bullshit and they're too restricting. And number three, a diet makes you think about, I'm going to go on this for a certain amount of time, then I'm going to go back to eating normal and I can eat whatever I want. And it does not work like that. So you do not go on a diet. Paleo, Atkins, all of that shit, it all works, yes, but if you cannot stick to it long term, well then what's the point of it? This is not a short term thing. So what you want to do instead is start eating better quality foods. Eat whole foods, eat fruit, eat more vegetables, eat more lean meat, and just avoid the processed crap. Don't go looking for this new fad diet that you think is going to change your life. Everyone's talking about ketogenesis at the moment. There's nothing special about keto. Keto has been around for years, okay? Same as intermittent fasting, same as all those things. What you should be focusing on first before you think about dieting is making small changes, okay? So instead of having that, muffin in the afternoon, swap it for something else. Swap it for some tuna and some veggies. Instead of having that can of Coke, swap all that stuff out. Don't focus on diet. Focus on what's been working for the years and years and years. What does everyone say? Cut out refined carbohydrates, cut out sugars, cut out all the takeaway food, start having more healthier food into your diet. So it's going to be the most easiest thing for you. So instead of going, I'm going to cut all this food out, I'm just going to eat strict paleo, I'm going to go full ketogenesis. Instead of that, just look at, okay, I'm going to start adding more vegetables at my lunch. I'm going to start having a piece of fruit instead of having that cake for afternoon tea. Small little changes are going to be the biggest thing first. So don't go and follow any specific diet out there. Yes, they all work. They all help you lose weight for a short amount of time, but when you think about it, if you're going to go on a diet and you're like, you know what, I'm going to go on this for 6 weeks, what's going to happen after that? What if you don't like that way of eating, but you force yourself to do it for 6 weeks? Then what are you supposed to do? If you don't know how to prepare your meals, if you don't know what you should be eating with every single meal, like lean sources of protein, then you're just going to be stuffing yourself up for the long run, especially if you want to come off that diet. So instead of dieting, just focus on making better nutritious food choices instead. Number 2 is that you want to weight train. Weight training is essential for burning stubborn belly fat and for gaining lean muscle. When you hear people talk about you should only do cardio, you should only do weights, you should only do this and this, don't follow that bullshit approach. Instead, you want to do both, but we're going to be talking about weight training first. So when it comes to weight training, you need some type of resistance training to help build up lean muscle. When you're building up lean muscle, it's going to help you burn more calories. It's going to help turn body fat into lean muscle, and it's going to help with your overall health and longevity, okay? So when you think about resistance training, weight training, try and come in 2 times a week minimum. 3 times would be optimal, where you do full body weight training 3 times a week. If you don't know how to do weight training, just get started using some machines. Go on YouTube, look up how to do some basic beginner stuff. If you can't go to a gym, do body weight stuff at home. Do resistance training, do push-ups, do lunges, learn how to do squats, squat onto a chair. If you're too overweight and you can't do body weight squats, learn to use a hand railing. Do the basic beginner foundational stuff that's going to help build up that lean muscle, and it's going to help get you moving. The more you can move, the more you can contract muscle, the better you're going to be able to handle when your blood sugar goes up and down, the better you're going to be able to feel, and the more lean muscle you're going to gain over time. Now, you're not going to get big and bulky, whether you're a male, whether you're a female, whatever it is, weight training is essential. For anyone who says, no, you don't need any weight training, just do cardio, bullshit. For anyone who just says, you don't even need to do exercise, just focus on your diet, bullshit. you need to be doing weight training and cardio. This brings me to point number 3 is do cardio exercise. Do some type of walking if you can. If you have to completely start off, do 2 blocks. Do a 30-minute walk every single day. Do a 15-minute walk. Build yourself up over time. If you can't run because your knees hurt, that's not going to stop you from walking. You can use a stationary bike. You've got all these options available, so don't let them find out excuses. People say you only need weight training, you don't need cardio. Bullshit. You want to live long, you want a healthy heart, you want to make sure you're living the best life possible, and you want to get on this right thing, you need to be combining cardio and weight training. And I would suggest doing cardio every single day. Yes, every single day you should be doing cardio. Whether you want to gain lean muscle, whether you want to lose weight, you need to be doing something for your cardiovascular health. And like I said, every single day of cardio could be going for a 30-minute walk. If you want to increase that because you can't jog, put on a backpack with some books in it, like I like to do, and go for a walk. Go for a fast-paced power walk. Simple things like that are gonna make it better and better over time. Just because you can't run doesn't mean you can't go on a stationary bike. Doesn't mean you can't, like I said, put on a backpack with some weights in it, or get a weighted vest, or put some books in a backpack and go for a walk uphill. Walking can be very, very beneficial for you, but you need to be doing that cardio for about 15 minutes every day. The 4th thing I want to say is cut out all of your energy drinks, refined sugary drinks, all of that stuff. You do not need it. If you're going to be having coffee, have a black coffee or have a touch of milk instead of having a full flat white. If you're usually having a large or 2 or 3 or 4 flat whites a day, they're going to add up very, very quickly. You want to reduce the amount of calories you can drink as much as possible because they're so easy for you to consume. So turn from a flat white to a little bit of milk, or turn to skim milk. You don't need the full cream milk. Get skim milk instead. Stop drinking Coke, stop drinking Red Bull, stop drinking all of those sugar. It's so easy for you to be able to drink that stuff, and then it never quenches your thirst. You want more and more and more. So instead, get that shit out of your diet. If you need something sweet, go for the 0-calorie option. Go for a Red Bull Zero. Go for a Coke Zero. Go for a Pepsi Max. People talk about, oh, this is going to upset your gut health and rah rah. Well, you can either have potentially that, or you can get diabetes and risk heart disease and things like that by drinking Coke. So it's really your choice. Avoid all those sugary drinks. Don't add cream. Don't add sugar to your coffee. Don't add all that stuff. You do not need it. Eventually, what's going to happen is when you stop adding all these sugary sauces, all this extra stuff to your diet, when you start changing to Coke Zero, when you start taking away your sugar and your milk and all those things from coffee, your taste buds are going to change. Every 2 to 3 weeks, your taste buds are going to change, and what you're going to notice is certain foods are going to start tasting sweeter to you. So stop adding all of that stuff. And so this comes to point number 5. What you want to focus on is just make sure you increase small habits over time. If you are going to be in this for the long run, if you want to improve your health and fitness for the long run, you can't expect to completely change your life in 2 weeks. It's never going to happen. 4-week transformation body program, sure, whatever. You see so much of that happening. I have a 6-week body transformation program, right? But that's just the initial start. You've got to keep going and going and going. Now, what the programs should be teaching you is how to increment habit-based approaches to making long-term results. So teaching you how to do your meal preparation, teaching you how to exercise, teaching you how to eat right slowly over time. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that every single 2 weeks, you want to increase by one little thing you can do for 2 weeks over time to build that habit. So like I said at the start of the video, if you want to increase the amount of veggies you're eating, how about for 2 weeks, you say, I want to have 1 extra serving of vegetables with my lunch. Simple as that. Until you do that, do not try and set so many other things. Do not say, I'm going to take away all the takeaway food. I'm going to add vegetables. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Because when you try and do too many things at once, what's going to happen? You're going to fail. So, and that's just the truth. We all fail. I can't say that I'm going to be magnificent at it because I still do the 2-week approach too. At the moment, I need to be stretching more. So I'm setting a timer for 5 minutes a day that I need to stretch more. That's it. Can I do more? Absolutely. Can I do less? No, because I've set myself a goal of 5 minutes. But I know I can do more than 5 minutes. But if I can't achieve 5 minutes, why should I be saying I should be doing 10 minutes? Because if I can't achieve 5 minutes for every single day for 2 weeks, well, then that means it's too hard for me. So set yourself a small, manageable goal that you can make it a 10 out of 10 that you can do every single day for the next 2 weeks. And if you fail, make it easier. If you can't drink 8 glasses of water a day, make it to 6 glasses. If you can't have 1 extra serving of veggies at lunchtime, have half a serving of veggies. Make it simple 10 out of 10 that you can accomplish every single day. And when you look back after a year's time, you've made 26 new healthy habits into your life if you're doing once every 2 weeks, okay? So I want to make a quick recap on these 5 key fundamental things. Number 1 is do not diet. Focus on changing to healthy, whole, nutritious foods, vegetables, fruit, lean cuts of meat, all those type of things. Number 2 is focus on doing weight training. Weight training is essential for building lean muscle, for helping increase your metabolism, and for helping you burn body fat. Number 3 is cardio. You've got to do some type of cardio every single day. Doesn't matter whether it be just a walk, doesn't matter whatever it be, you've got to do cardio. Number 4 is you've got to make sure you're cutting out all those refined sugars, all the crap, all those sodas, all that stuff. Change it. Change to 0 calorie. Drink black coffee, drink black tea, drink green tea, drink water. Water is essential. Drink more water. That's what you should be doing. And then number 5 is make the habits small, based approaches. One that you can do 10 out of 10 every single day for 2 weeks, then build on that habit over time. Now, before I go, I want to talk to you guys about the challenge that I have. It is a 45-day metabolic makeover challenge that is designed to help you kickstart these habits. So we're going to be implementing meal preparation. We're going to be showing you how to eat properly at every single meal. I'm going to be teaching you the exact exercises you need to be doing inside of the gym and outside of the gym. I'm going to show you the most effective type of cardio that's going to help you burn the most amount of body fat. So if you want to take advantage of this, I'm going to be offering you a deal of $1 a day. So for this 45 days, it's going to be $45 to help you kickstart these fitness habits, so that when you finish with this, you're going to keep going and going and going. Now, I've only got 10 spots available, and this closes and it starts on July 1st. So if you want to take me up on the offer right now, click the link below, join and secure your spot, and I will see you guys in the Metabolic Makeover Challenge. And I promise you that this is going to help you transform your body just for the short term, and it's going to help you teach you healthy habits over the long term. So guys, I'm Tyson Brown, your transformation coach, and I will speak to you next time.